Hello, this is Iron Master here, and we're going to be taking a look at Division 4 Week 5 games. So, we're going to hop right into the division, looking around here. We're going to look at the schedule. Lots of the games have already been played, and I'm sorry for getting this out a bit late, but I just really didn't have a great time to do it. When I did expect I was going to be doing this, I got food poisoning, so I wasn't really in the mood to make a video about it. But now that we're here, we got the Cash Crew Part 2 taking a 2-1 over Fellsworth Codadol. So, it's a pretty good one. Division leader going to be leading with his humans. And then we got the Communist Frat Party giving a tie to the Roasted Garlic Triscuits. I know McSkippy here was streaming for charity, and we did see a death in this one. A catcher, I believe, so that was definitely something to be interested about. We have next Nurgle's FTDs versus the Culinary Delights version 2. Going 2-0 for the Nurgle. And there was a death, as per usual, for Troxbirds. But hopefully, I think it was a skillless beastman, so it's okay. No, let's go back. Next, we got the TeamSpeak crew taking a tie with the Sunken Crypt Lords. He's keeping his record up with tying from his previous season with his other buddies. Do we have anything cool happen here? 5 armor breaks. What? Oh. Mango V2 is Jolan SPP off, so this guy might become a frenzy piece or do something cool. Definitely saw some fouling. We had some fun. Next we got the unaccompanied minnows with the Knights of Cordon Panda taking a 1-0 for Det Monkey. I heard Det Monkey was talking about some misplays in this one, so just don't beat yourself up too much about it. You just gotta keep learning and go forward. Next, we got the Drackwall Day Laborers, Nightmare on Elf Street. And this is going to be a 2-2 draw, so humans versus Dark Elves. It's a pretty good score. That's how you get your SPP and still tie, so that's pretty good. Then, a big old game right here. We got Thick, Rich, and Creamy versus Straight Up Flatulence, where the Chaos team takes it 2-0, or 2-1. So, must have been pretty close. Looking at that, it was probably a really fun game. Definitely saw the Chaos team just burning up with armor breaks, and that could have removed some pieces. Looking at the statistics. Yep, we just removed about everything. It was a big old block with 100 blocks included. Or a big old match with 100 blocks included. Thick, Rich, and Creamy were probably just giving out hits when they really shouldn't have against their Chaos counterpart. Did see a vanity pass, or maybe a big old pass they needed. So, it's interesting to see. So, next we're going to be looking at your teams and seeing how they've started looking. If I see these guys, please, just take your levels. Now, mind you, a lot of these have already played their next week's games, so it might look similar or different for next week. So, first we're going to be looking at McSkippy's team. It looks like he's just got all the leveled Saurus. Every single one of them. Frenzy Saurus included. It's just an interesting piece. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's interesting. Then we got a Blodge Guard right here. We got our Break Tackle Mighty Blow. We got a Skink still in here. Then we got a Guard Stand Firm Croxagore. So that's pretty solid. Does look like he fired his minus movement Sprinter, if I remember correctly. He has money to buy a new Skink if he wants to go back up to 13. I don't think he really needs to. 12 is really good, and especially at this price, he's getting a steal for all what he's got for Saurus and Crocs. The only one problem he has was he had to replace Reptile Dysfunction for getting minus armor. And he was just blocked, so it was probably worth getting rid of him. So next we're going to look at the Cash Crew going at 18-20. And looking at what he's got 3 catchers still. None of them died. And really he's taken over the division if I remember correctly. Looking at statistics. He's definitely pulling a lot of wins for this team. Got an awesome guard lineman right here. We got plus strength, plus agility, plus agility, plus agility. So, really he's exploiting the fact that when you roll any stat ups on humans, especially later in development, they become really good at what they're doing. So, he's gotten what he's needed, and looks like this team is going to be going further. really nothing I don't hate about this team. It's actually just a really solid human team. Going down with 2 rerolls though. Don't know if I saw leader at all. No leader. So he's just playing 2 rerolls, keeping his TV down because it's really high. It's going to be high. I'm not sure if I would actually take off that reroll though. I don't know. It's interesting that you got going on. So, moving on. Got the Communist Frat Party with our humans at 1580. A lot of bank bloat, so you might want to just buy a lineman and call it a day. And you only have a roster of 12. You can definitely easily make it to 13, and you're going to be a 1590 team. It's really worthwhile in my opinion, especially that you're going to be fouling with him. And finally, you got your development on 2 blitzers, so you're pulling out twice as much guard as you had before, and that's probably going to be feeling a lot better. You got your wrestle tackle catcher, who's almost there to either hoping for a stat up, or you get dauntless maybe, which is really good on those guys. Your thrower, it's just awesome. One thing he really needs is going to be accurate, and he'll be throwing like an elf to a short pass. And getting a 4+ long bomb is pretty awesome, so that's going to be interesting to see. Kept our reroll over here, and lots of fan factor adding in. It's a good team overall by the looks of it. Next, we got Nurgle's FTDs. And looking at them, they got 20k bank float, so this is actually a 1730 team. Unless he wants to buy an extra rider, which I don't hate. He's got everything else he needs. Still with 2- agilities, I wish I could roll those if I'm going to get hurt. But we got Blodge, Nurgle Warrior here. This is kind of a debatable one where it's he's definitely not going to take piling on now, but he could have gotten guard stand firm, but now he's just going to be not taking hits. And I would probably still put stand firm on him just so you can't push him away and you can kill more. Then he's got his 2 guards over here. These guys are going to be pulling weight in his team, especially with his Beast and Nurgle, who is a touchdown away, but he won't do that. He'll get 2 injuries probably. But really, if he's just doing well, he can use that guard and plus his strength. It's going to be awesome. This guy's looking like he's going to go down the kill route, but I would actually suggest taking more guard. Don't make him a claw piece. And then make this guy your claw piece for your beastman. But looking at it, I didn't remember this guy getting... No, I'm thinking of a different beastman. Sorry. This guy is looking really good, still just being Blodge. He's going to be up to his next level. I'm not exactly sure what I would take. Actually, 2 heads. This guy, he needs some 2 heads for his ball carrier. And this Pestigore, taking Mighty Blow Tackle. I think I would rather block, but considering he has no other tackle, I know you got to make do. But you're just not going to be having fun with him. Then we got our Wrestle guy. He's going to get tackle 2. Then we got a block one, who may be a frenzy piece. Then we still got this Wrestle Claw. Just why? Just fire him and then replace him, and you got 40k less. So you'll be a 1690 team. And I would say this is a killer 1690 team too. Just, I don't like this rider. You can get rid of him. Do it. But other than that, your team looks pretty amazing. The only 2 problems are going to be your agility bus. Not sure if there's a niggle, and I don't want to look through that too much, so we'll just be moving on. So next we got Puck Stop with TeamSpeak Crew version 4. So you got to level up on a Bull Centaur. I feel like he's feeling better about his bulls actually now getting levels and stuff. It's going to be awesome. We got Mango over here, who is 1 off from getting block maybe. And that could be awesome. If he gets block into doubles, he can take guard and just be an awesome Hobgoblin that costs a lot, but heck, I would take it. We do have his Chaos Dwarves doing what Chaos Dwarves do and having a bunch of guard. Got his Mighty Blow Claw. I would actually take piling on this guy just so you have a full killer. But since he already has guard, you can also give him stand firm at this point. This guy's your ideal dwarf. Well, if he didn't have mutation access, yeah. Ideal dwarf right here, you take guard, Mighty Blow, stand firm. Does his job. The rest of these, he just needs Boat Lord to finally take a few more SPP, get guard, and then he's going to have a great roster. Just amazing. I could also see him getting Mighty Blow on this piece since he only has 2 others, and just trying to level him up that way, but some guard would be nice. So this team's looking good. Skills for the Bull Centaur. You could get Break Tackle at this point, as long as it's not a double. If it is a double, why haven't you taken Dodge? So, if you're going to want this guy moving around, I think Break Tackle is the way to go. Got everything still normal over here, and looking good. Then we got Unoccupied Minnows. So, going to be looking into them. Dat Monkey over here. He's got his just amazing Bull Centaurs. Just amazing. Killer. Almost killer. This guy's going to be really annoying. Getting Claw first is always just hard, and if you're going to get Claw, you just kind of hope it ends up like this guy, where it's the Claw is literally your first skill, and then you can pick Mighty Blow, because he didn't pick right with the Mighty Blow into Claw, where if he got Claw over here, it would have been amazing, but no. He just kind of got what he got. But here's the problem with this team, is that he only has 3 guard, as compared to Puckstop's team, so I can see this team having more issues, but taking the plus movement on a Bull Centaur, doing everything this one already does, I just can't beat it, man. This team's solid. He has a Dirty Player kicker, and this guy can get more guard. Really needs more guard. So, he's got a lot of what he needs. He has 2 bench. Looking good over here, Dat Monkey. Next we got the Drackwell Day Laborers. He's a human with 1580 TV. We got awesome stuff just everywhere. The only thing that I see that's new is the Blitzer being new. I'm not sure if he played only 1 game or 2. I don't recall this. We're going to look at his stats. I do see an MVP put on him. No, he's been there for 8 matches. He just does jack crap. But his thrower, just being more of a runner. He's got some secondary blitzer skills, and then just has kickoff return, which is interesting. He's losing his lineman for this next game. He has this awesome catcher with wrestle plus strength plus agility. He's right now like a high elf catcher, except with plus armor, and worth a lot more. But it's really nice. It's kind of a shame he took wrestle, but you can't really predict just 2 stat ups on here. He's going to be clocking in at 180k, which I believe this is why he picked up a new catcher, because now that guy's more like a utility. Yep. So this guy's only been here for a game because he figured this guy's already strength 3 now. I only want 2 strength 2 catchers, and now I'm just going to be running around you, which is an ideal way to play humans in my opinion. I personally like 2, but I can see definitely running through 3 after this point. One thing he's missing is a little bit of blitzer development, I think. Like this guy and this guy, if they got 2 more levels between them, just him getting 1 and him getting 1, these blitzers could look very nice, considering they're both just 1 off. Getting maybe a sand firm here if he could. This guy could just go get tackle maybe. He's missing tackle, so you got some choices. Because I don't want just this guy having tackle on your team, because you could easily outmaneuver a movement 6 piece. It's hard to get around that movement 7. So that's food for thought there. Next we got Thick, Rich, and Creamy. And he has 20k bank float. He thinks he's Rel's most wanted. So this is really a 1460 team, and the reason why is because that Wolf's out for 1 game. So once that comes back, he's actually going to be like a 1600 team, which is pretty good. We did lose somebody, but it doesn't look too bad. We still have our flesh golems being amazing. This guy was 1 off from getting his level, so that's kind of sad. He should probably get dodge if he doesn't roll Mighty Blow. And really, that's the only thing you're missing on this team. Like 1 piece of Mighty Blow would be awesome. Hannibal Barker, being strength 4, being agility 4, doing all the things. I like it. He's definitely probably going to be using Frenzy everywhere and just pushing things around, because who even needs assists? Then his ghouls are definitely lacking in development, but that's okay for Necro because it's all about the wolves. One thing I would like to see on his ghouls is maybe make both of them just Rackle pieces. and just going around and being movement 7 safeties, and I wouldn't hate that. But it's really just an awesome team. We did have to replace a white, so looking at him, how many games do we have? 4 matches, so this was not too long ago. I just forgot about it. So really this team is quite strong. Things it's missing is tackle. He only has 1. And to put that, he probably wants to tackle on this guy if he doesn't get stand firm and just denies every 1 turn attempt. This guy's about to get to guard finally, and that's going to be amazing because just blodge, stand firm, guard, you're not going to be going places. It's awesome. So that's things to look forward to at this team. And really, if you want to probably mess him up, you take off his werewolf. If he dies, I think Jim Roberto is going to have a sad day. But I think anyone would. Next up, we have Stublings with Straight Up Flatulence. Being an 1800 Chaos team. Still don't have a motto. He has to still enter one. Has no bank bloat. Has all the money. Has 13 players. Does he have a club? Okay, he's gotten the club basically to where he wants. And we got really solid Chaos Warriors with just our couple of skills. They're amazing already. So he's value towning on everyone besides this guy fully. Once he gets his guard, he'll have 4 guard pieces all on Chaos Warriors. They're going to be doing good. He might want to get a little bit more Mighty Blow on him. Maybe like sprinkle Mighty Blow on this guy when he levels up. But this guy needs his guard. You can get 1 stand firm. You can get 1 tackle if you want. Because only having 1 tackle piece means he can get removed. Speaking of removing people, he's gotten enough to get piling on now. So we did get to this guy's, peak. He's probably going to be taking a while before he gets to the legend. But you got your straight up killer on your straight up chaos team named like an Earl team. Hot Wind still just sitting back, not doing as much as you would want. Back end blowout's kind of weird. I really like him though. He could be just a backline safety with strength 4. He could either become a guard piece and just start, being really annoying with a strength 4 guard. But he could kind of build this guy like he's a bull centaur, really. And I wouldn't hate it. It would actually be pretty good. Now here's the Beastman I was thinking about when I looked at Nurgle's FTDs. He still needs to get block on this guy, so just take your 2 touchdowns, make it on this guy, make it happen. You want your Lodge so you can actually carry it reliably, and then after that you can take extra arms, and then be pretty good at it. Things he also needs is this guy's probably going to get block, or he can also be an alternative killer, but he really doesn't need one where he's at. So I would suggest probably taking block on this guy, then going to tackle, and just being your secondary sweeper. Everyone else is looking pretty good. So he's got all the guard he really needs. He's got the kill. He's got the stat ups. And really it's just solid. So good on ya. Have fun trying to decide which piece gets put on the line of scrimmage. So next up, we got Sunhawk with Nightmare on Elf Street. Not carrying any bloat, carrying all the gold though. So we still got a lot of agility 5. One of them's hurt, but getting dodge is going to increase his lifespan hopefully. We got more minus movement people. So you're just creating more of your line of scrimmage. I don't hate it. You got 3 linemen. 1's fresh, 2 are just at 6 SPP with block minus movement. So that's going to be nice just to put them there. One thing you could do is you can just fire one if you want and just replace it with a rookie. It's always the option. Yeah, really, you don't need too much more. Your team's just having to develop and get all these very nice skills. Like this blitzer is going to need some dodge. And you got your agility 5 blodge carrier. Or not carrier, but sacker if you want. If you roll doubles, you really need some guard. And if you roll doubles on a blitzer, you're probably going to want some Mighty Blow. Unless it's on one of your agility 5 ones, which I would still take guard. So, really you're just hopefully going to be having a fun time. Michael Myers seems to be just getting all the SVP, being a pretty good lineman. And really, he got solid stuff. Nervous Steel I still don't care for as his first skill, but I understand why he did it. Next thing, probably I would take Sure Hands. I would probably take that as the first skill, then Accurate. But at this point, you gotta decide if you want him to be a carrier, a thrower. What do you want to do with him? So, team's looking good otherwise. Could use a couple touchdowns in great spots to get some people their levels. Hope for some Kaz. So, it's going to be interesting to see in the future. Then we got Knights of Cord and Panda with Vort over here, being 1200. The day the music died. Rip Power Chord. So looking here, we don't have a Bretonian team anymore. We have a slaughtered Bretonian team with only 7 players rostered. We still got our passer who rolled doubles to get Strong Arm. Think I may have skipped that one, but if he's doing what he's doing, it's going to be cool because he can get it accurate next and just sling it downfield. He's really just lacking on people being here. He could really use some dirty players, but he can't afford dirty players. He's trying to afford his 110k Knight being 10k off here. I think what we're going to be seeing from him is going to be some Griff Ball, considering we have 7 players rostered, 11. So he's got, I don't feel like doing math in my head. He's going to be pretty low TV, and Griff is only 320k. So depending if he's going on like a 1800 TV team against him, he can just pick up Griff and, zoom up the field with him. So that's what you got to be scared about from being a lower TV Brett team. I don't view it as the worst thing in the world, especially if you're just going to be playing to your inducements. Other than that, he actually has really good pieces. Like this guy being a stand firm piece is going to be awesome. He just gets hit, and then if it's a blocker just trying to knock him down randomly, he can wrestle him down potentially and just be silly. Agility 4 over here, not the best thing in the world, but now it makes him more mobile. And then just Iron Panda, just being guard. I like it. He has enough to do stuff still with, so the team isn't fully dead. He just doesn't have a lot of rostered players. And no dirty players, sadly. So, he's going to be working on that. And really, I like this art. I hated it at first, but the more I see it, the more I just learn that it's actually pretty cool. So, hopefully that works out for him a bit better, and we have a lot of action with Griff Overworld. Next we got the Sunken Crypt Lords by Redbeard with 1610. And do we have any bank load in here? Yep, we got 50k, so this is actually a 1560 team. Not missing anybody. So really, this is going to be a powerhouse. There's 2 amazing zombies here. We got Julian over here with plus strength. Got a nice guard ghoul that got niggled. So be it. His mummies are really the lacking part in this team to why he isn't that high. And he has very skilled zombies. So things I would probably change up would be I would just go up and fire one of these zombies that he really doesn't want. You're not going to fire these 2 because they actually got what they wanted. And things that you're missing is going to be a dirty player. So Little Panda, you keep Little Panda. He becomes your nice little dirty player because he was a peasant in a previous life. Or you just let Plank do it. So, it's going to be interesting seeing what you do here, Redbeard, but I would definitely, if you want to lower your TV, just fire these 2 players, rehire them, you'll be at lower TV, and then you got to focus getting this mummy guard, and then focus trying to get them both some stand firm, or hope for they roll doubles and get block, and you'll definitely be in a great spot, because you got your killer, you got your safety over here. You might need another tackle piece, and you could do that with one of your ghouls, maybe. Make him wrestle tackle. And you're really just going to want to stay in that mid TV section, because that's where Undead do great at. Looking at what you got decent stuff over here, so keep going and doing what you're doing. I don't personally like the strength up zombie, but as long as he gets used, it's going to be cool. So next we got Culinary Blights V2 with Troxburgs. 1450 for a Chaos team is pretty awesome, for even for 11 player thing. You can buy a bench back and go back up to 12. So he could be a 15-10 team, and from what I'm seeing, this is a solid 15-10 team. The only thing he's missing is still a killer, but as I know, Chaos can still work without a killer as long as you are doing well. Like, he's got his guard piece here. He's got guard, 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 and that's how you win games. This guy getting Mighty Blow, I think we can assume he's going to get Claw next. And then I would just switch back to guard because I don't like a Palm and Chaos Warrior, but if you want it, do it. Things that would be nice is this guy getting Claw. I think this guy could get some Stand Firm. And hope for a double on your ball carrier. But for not having any doubles, it makes your team really cheap and really effective for what you get. So, things you're missing is going to be a tackle right here, and maybe a tackle somewhere else on where you would want it. Like, this guy's going to be killing, so he might get his claw next and then get blocked, then to tackle. And your TV will go up, but you'll be going up in effectiveness. Then you'll still have 3 people to put on the line after you buy your bench. Really like it. And next we got Not for Sciences, Fells with Codadol. And 1640. And he is missing 1, so this is actually a 17-10 team. He has money to buy a lineman, but he probably doesn't really want to. One thing I would suggest is just buying another catcher. It's really just that one positional you've been missing, I feel, just having 2 of those guys, and they level up pretty quickly. As you can see right here, you did do pretty well with them. And I think Shadowing's new on this guy. I haven't seen it there, but it's an interesting choice. I probably would have taken Tackle and just mirrored kind of this guy. But you know, Shadowing's interesting because if you get Shadowing Tackle, you can actually just go around, and people forget Shadowing's actually its skill, and they'll try to dodge away from you, or they'll try multiple dodges away from you, even if they're, especially if they dedicated a blitz there. So that's gonna be interesting. This thrower, this is a very nice thrower. He does exactly what he wants to, and just he's got the passing down. I think I would have actually, you know what, I like dodge here, and I would just take Sure Hands next, and then he's gonna be doing all the throwing needs you need. Anything you might need after this is up to you pretty much. You could get Dump Off if you don't want him to die, but with all these skills right here, he shouldn't be in the way. You can even get Blodge if you want after getting Sure Hands. So it's an interesting thing you got here. I like him. And then this guy just going block straight up. I understand that because I know this is going to be your guy who's going to pick up in combat. So maybe block. I could see dodge and then Sure Hands, or you can get Sure Hands and then dodge and just try to pick the ball and just toss it out. The other option is you can get Sure Hands, then Nerves of Steel, and pass stuff out. So you got options here. I think I may have taken dodge before block though. And then we got our Agility 5 Leaper. I think I would have taken dodge first, as always for me. I like dodge before leap, but you can't argue with the results this guy can get. So that's going to be interesting. We got guard, guard, guard. So many guard. This team is going to be not having trouble dealing with some of the higher strength teams or people who position even really well, because guard's just going to make positioning really hard for everyone else. So the only guard that people may not like is this guy, but I still like it on the wrestle piece because, I mean, Bretonians do it all the time. You can do it. I'm not going to take down that double, so for a few doubles rolls, 5 in particular, this is really awesome. And then he's got some stat ups, exactly what he wants. The interesting choice is Shadowing here. I really like it. So that's going to be the end. We're going to be looking at the leaderboard. So end up looking at teams. We're going to see how everyone's doing in the standings. With Cash Crew taking a dominating lead of 5-1 and not having a single loss. This is really interesting, seeing this from JJ Cash. It's really, humans are generally seen as a weaker team, but after playing with him myself, I think they're actually a really phenomenal team, and he has the stats to really make him awesome. Things that he's going to have problems with is just his TV being so high. That's going to be where he could be put up with some Chaos teams with Claw, and you see that get torn in half, and then their win rate goes down. But he's doing really good. Human's taking a second spot too, and that's going to be with Communist Frat Party with a 4-1-1. It's pretty solid from Communist Frat Party, and seeing that draw being with McSkippy, I can understand completely because those Saurus are super awesome. And then we got the Fells with Codadol, but not for Science's High Elf team, taking the third spot. As we saw, he just had everything he needs for an Elf team. He has the Agility 5, he has the Guard, he has the Mighty Blow, he has a Leaper. He can do whatever. So he's taking a very dominating spot in this division. And then we got fourth place with Straight Up Flatulence, Stublings, who was the College League winner, if I remember correctly. 1800 TV for his nice Chaos with his Guard. He's got his Killer, and he's got other rookies coming up. So 3-2-1 is a very respectable thing. Seeing everyone's actually pretty much in a few points away from each other is ties are only giving one. So these guys just got a tie instead of that win, so they're a couple points behind. As long as someone gives JJ Cash a loss or two, you're going to be seeing this leaderboard being in the mix. So it's very interesting to see. Jimmy Burrito, this is a little bit behind because I'm seeing in week 6 territory, so he can be higher than this, but for the moment he's at 6th. So his team's very TV efficient for what he has. He has an amazing werewolf. He has the nice flesh golems, and he's got a decent record. So as long as he pulls up a tie or a win here, I feel like we're going to see him somewhere up to here. Then we got Puck Stop with their next spot. This is where we start getting tie territory, but he does have a positive record. He isn't holding his same one from last season, and he's doing pretty well in my eyes. He's got the Guard, and that's definitely what he has over Det Monkey's team, is just having all those Guard dwarves and having more dwarf development compared to Bull Center development. Seems to be doing pretty good. It's net him a lot of draws because he can't really move up the pitch as much, I would imagine. But he's finally getting some bull levels, so that's going to be interesting seeing him in the future. We got the Culinary Delights with a flipped record over to here. So he's going to be 3 points down at this point from where Puck Stop is. And he's got his decent team. No doubles, but it's Chaos. So it has great access already. And he's not taking a bad record, honestly, guys, here. So he can easily just put up a win and keep going up. He's not too far out of the fight because he has draws, and it's only lost twice, really. But if he keeps tying or taking some losses, it's going to be kind of hard to come back from this position. Yeah, I'd be winning over here. The Undead, really taking a lower stance on the leaderboard, especially with what we saw there. I thought it would be doing a little bit better, but could be because of the developed zombies, kind of raising his TV up a bit. But really, it's not bad. Being 1-2-2, he can easily have his week 6 game take him up higher. So always got to remember that's a thing. Then you got McSkippy taking a 0-3-2. He's just having his fun over here, and it's not that great having the 2 losses, but it's not too bad. I would imagine he's having a decent season because, he has fun. Things he can do are, you just got to play to win, man. Hopefully that works out a bit in the near future, man. And then we got Moniker with the Drackwell Day Laborers, the only human team not to be in the top 3. And he's just having a rough season. I remember he had 3 linemen die at once, so wasn't too great. And then we got Nightmare on Elf Street. I think this one's going to prove that Agility 5 really early on 3 pieces is not the best here. It's sadly a losing team, but as long as he keeps learning and keeping with it, I think he'll do better. I'm really glad you're staying in it, even with that kind of record. Then we got Knights of Court and Panda. And now we got our Griff-Inducement team. But Vort's just having a rough season because things are dying and it's not fun. If he can get a bench, it would be awesome, but it's getting the money for the bench and not dying. So you did try to do the Bretonians the best you could. This could be just one of those seasons where you're going to have to ride it out, but as long as you're having fun, I would say induce Griff a lot because I love Griff as a star player because he just wins you games. And just have fun with what you can do. Especially with that throw of yours, you can easily just peg it down to him, you score, and then you keep your same TV because you scored on Griff. So that's going to be it for our Division 4 recap for Week 5. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the pitch.